Okay, good morning, Harold.
Good morning. Good morning,
Yes.
Robert.
So tell me about Trek for the Cross. What is the main objective of the protagonist's journey?
Well, he's serving a secret society called No Name, undertaking a hazardous journey and a long trek, retrieving a bejeweled cross for his leader to become an icon for uniting David and Anam. A man and a young lady upset at being brought together, not trusting one another, and learning to accept each other and develop a trust between them and to rely on each other during a hazardous trek, during mountain terrain, and the fondness of developing between them.
Oh, and how does the protagonist's journey in the Trek for the Cross reflect the personal growth and development?
Yeah. Well, the protagonist's interaction with his interpreter in the prologue plays an important role in Book 3, The Jade Cross. Also, the apprehension of a thief in Vietnam and his hate for the protagonist introduces and develops the character of each of the main protagonists in Book 3.
Oh, exciting. So what challenges the protagonist face?
This is what, number 3?
Yes. So what challenges does the protagonist face in the Jade of the Cross before the adventure and set the stage for the main adventure in the trilogy?
The setting, a mall, introduces some of the actions of smash and grab gangs, something that's present in our society today, a problem that is decades old. The antagonist, the hater of the protagonist, uses the mall scene to commit small crimes at the mall to antagonize the protagonist, who's the mall security manager and the one he hated, the one who pushed his face in the mud when apprehended in Vietnam.
Okay, and how does the setting of the Jade of the Cross before the adventure could contribute to overall atmosphere and the tone of the story?
In Book 1, the No Name Society was Christian, organized by a Jesuit priest. It was to be a religious icon to aid in merging two entities, that is, the Jade Cross itself. At the end of Book 3, when the fate of the cross is revealed, the protagonist displays their wonder and reverence for the cross, seeing it as a symbol of Jesus Christ on the cross.
Okay. And in the Jade of the Cross Book 3, what is the significance of the Jade of the Cross as a symbol for the...
You're on number 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. The protagonist remains in the same character as Book 2, maybe a little older. His remaining in the same character is due to his tenets, his creed, his background and experiences, his staunch in his beliefs, and his respect for right over wrong, which will always prevail.
And how does the protagonist's character evolve throughout the Jade of the Cross Book 3 compared to the portrayal in the previous books?
The secondary characters are important in the depth of the 3 stories. They show the depth of the main protagonist's character, provide support and assistance in his endeavor to carry out a mission to right wrong and defeat the antagonists on their grounds.
Yeah, so 7. What role do secondary characters play in the overall plot and development of the trilogy?
Foreshadowing in the trilogy is established by one event's success or failure, leading to the next enigma.
Discuss the themes of faith and spirituality explored in the trilogy, particularly in the relation to the protagonist's journey.
Yeah. In Trek for the Cross, a secret society is established by a Jesuit priest. The cross is a symbol of Jesus Christ on the cross, and the society wants it to be a uniting of two entities, David and Anam. It is more clear in the epilogue of Book 3 when the location of the Jade Cross comes to light, and all show their reverence to it as a symbol of Christ on the cross.
Okay, and lastly, how does the resolution of the trilogy in the Jade of the Cross Book 3 tie together the overarching themes and storylines established from the previous book?
After the cross has been received and delivered to the leader of No Name Society, there's no mention of it until in passing about midway in Book 2. In the prologue of Book 3, the cross is discovered buried by a Marine patrol in Vietnam and reburied. It later becomes a symbol of the mad antagonist's desires to reunite modern Vietnam, which has already happened.
Great. Thank you so much, Harold. So please provide information on where we can buy your books.
Yes, the books can be purchased at Authors Press, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Apple.
Okay. And what was your experience like collaborating with Authors Press?
I would say working with Authors Press was enlightening in the world of publishing, which was a complete mystery to me. Their promises were kept and helped when I needed them.
Great. Thank you so much, Harold, and thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome, and I thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we got to have the handshake.
Yep, the handshake there.